Something about these power outages happening back to back is feeling very strange. As you guys know, Gary, Indiana has been dealing with massive power outages, but now adding to the list, we have Memphis and a list of other locations. And it feels like these conspiracy theories, or it's not feeling like conspiracy theories anymore, there being some sort of plan to take power away from us is starting to feel very real. And there's people in Gary, Indiana right now that are still waiting for their power to be cut on. Now, I did see reports where it was said that some people did actually get their power back, which I am so grateful for and I am so happy for. But now with Memphis going through a massive disruption right after, it just feels eerie. It just feels off, y'all. And my heart goes out to everybody going through this situation right now. And meanwhile, all of this is going on, we're getting constant threats of America going through an 18-month blackout. We keep hearing more and more threats of America going through an 18-month power outage because of the vulnerability of our power grid and AI data centers. AI data centers are consuming so much power to a point to where people are not getting alerted for storms and emergencies. They're creating even more of a demand when it comes to our power infrastructure. Why are we suddenly seeing so much conversations around the stability of our power grid? This is terrifying. At the same exact time, while Memphis and Gary, Indiana are experiencing power outages for prolonged periods of time. Because when you put it all together, it starts to look like a bigger picture is going on.
100,000 people in Memphis, Tennessee woke up today without power. 100,000 people, and I would be remiss to say that Memphis, Tennessee is a predominantly black city. Yesterday, a storm with over 70-mile-an-hour winds hit the Memphis area, uprooting trees and knocking off branches. But you want to know what still has power in Memphis? I'll give you a hint. Elon Musk's data center. Now, my homegirl Amber, who lives in Memphis, Tennessee, put this on a map so you can see those two green circles is where the data center is located.
Off the clock right now, but look at how bad the storm was on North Parkway. Look, we got people right here trying to clear off the streets. I'm literally parked in the middle of the street because I can't go nowhere. I have my hazards on, but look at this. Look at the trees. Look at the debris here on North Parkway. Yeah, that's my car. I'm going to drive forward.
Yeah, they're opening lane.
Okay, I guess they're opening up the lane right now, but I'm just showing, listen, I'm not even in I usually have a suit on. I'm usually in my journalism mode. I mean, I still am in my journalism mode, but you can see the fire department has just arrived here, and there's so much trees within the street. I'm going to just drive straight as he just gave me that green light, but I'm just giving you guys an idea as to how bad this thunderstorm was in Memphis, and more specifically, North Parkway. I mean, I'm literally parked right here in the street, but I guess I'll provide more updates. I'm off the clock right now.
We tell y'all that Babylon is fallen. This is what we mean. So we know that Indiana was dealing with 9 days of shortages in power. Now it has been reported that most of Memphis is out of lights and gas and things of that nature. And this is since August the 23rd. Now, they're saying that 110,000 customers are without power. And this is literally coming from Memphis Light and Gas and Water Company. Now, they're saying that by Thursday, they're going to restore it, right? And that's just including everybody, should be restored by Thursday. What I'm hearing is that it's most of Memphis. But not only that, I'm hearing that Michigan is out because of these storms. There have been several storms that has been rocking the Midwest, okay? I'm hearing also Arkansas, some parts of Mississippi, and Western Tennessee. Now, this is interesting because the New York Times had came out with an article talking about the 17 states or 18 states or something like that concerning the power grid. Let me get to my notes real quick because the New York Post, they were talking about how vulnerable, I can't get this video taken down. Basically how vulnerable people's power grids is in a major country, let's just put it like that. And that this major country could result in like 18 months nationwide with blackouts. This is what experts are saying. And this was in the New York Post, mind you. And they're saying that this major, very popularity country is at a heightened risk, or is what the Bible, I believe, is declaring, all in 1 hour. But not only that, There's so many things that the Bible speaks of, like the Bible consistently talks about the end times and the famine and the catastrophic events that will happen to the world.
All right, y'all, so a quick update. Yeah, we're almost at 24 hours now. In about 2 hours, we'll be 24 hours without power. I went to my mom's house, check on her. I thought her power was out. She wasn't answering the phone. But anyway, so we got the charge back up. So we got that going, charging my phone, and then we got the fan that is charging. It's one of those electrical fans that you just charge it up, and then you can put a water thing, so it's water. So excuse the front porch, we was painting and stuff, and we haven't quite got done. But anyway, then we got Charlie out here. We got the grill going because we got a bunch of stuff in the freezer that needs to be cooked before it goes. So all the stuff that we got, and then of course Charlie wants to help with everything that going on, and we just kind of waiting for power to come back. It was 200 and something thousand last night. It's 85,000 now. So
my name is Jarius Adams, and here's what you need to know. You remember when we talked about residents of Gary, Indiana going more than 2 weeks without power? Well, they still don't have power, but the same thing is happening in Memphis, Tennessee. A severe storm came through Memphis this weekend with winds up to 60 miles an hour. It impacted 130,000 Memphis light, gas, and water customers. And even this Sunday, there's 100,000 people that are still impacted without electricity. The Memphis Light, Gas, and Water says that this is a multi-day project, and they said that full restoration won't happen until probably this Thursday. That's more than a multi-day. That's almost a week. Can you imagine the things that are needed? Now, they said they're prioritizing treatment plants and hospitals and places that, you know, quote unquote, need it faster. But there are folks that are at home on ventilators and need breathing treatments and things that need to be plugged up to electricity. This is really dangerous. It's dangerous, and it's seeing it in so many predominantly Black communities. First Gary, Indiana, now Memphis, Tennessee, and it seems like they're ongoing. We have to have a conversation about emergency response or maybe preventative measures, because this can't continue to happen. And the question may be, are communities prepared for extreme weather events? Because losing power is not just an inconvenience. You're talking about refrigeration, medical equipment, the things people need, air conditioning, right? Memphis, Tennessee in the summertime, I'm from Mississippi, I know it is hot. Folks need air. And having to wait almost a week to have your electricity restored is kind of ridiculous, especially by a company that I'm sure if you're late paying your bill, your electricity will be cut off. So stay tuned.
I'm part of the 30% without power in Memphis right now. And with the situation in Gary, excuse my dog, it's a little warm, and Puerto Rico and Cuba, and with the government's penchant for testing things out on predominantly Black and brown neighborhoods, I don't know. I just find it interesting that one thunderstorm, can have us out of power for hours, but y'all got all this money and all this availability to put in flock cameras all across the city to surveil your constituents, and yet nobody asked for that. But what we have been asking for is infrastructure upgrades for probably longer than I've been alive. Still ain't got them. But y'all had all the solar panels and gold and copper and everything else to put these cameras in place that literally nobody asked for. And frankly, this whole bait and switch thing to where like you're switching from Flock to potentially like Motorola or something else. Like, bottom of the line is y'all had all this fucking money to put in cameras to surveil us, but it takes one thunderstorm for us to be out of power for hours on fucking end. You have money for National Guard, but you do not have money to upgrade the power grid.
Man, I hope all Memphis folks straight, homie. That storm last night, this motherfucker with power was still out. You know what I'm saying? My shit was out 3 hours. 3-4 hours. I'm like, God damn, y'all come on my shit. Fuck. Hey, I don't know who praying over Memphis, but please stop. You know what I'm saying? I look out the window, nigga, the wind ain't even that fucking bad. I get on social media, nigga, it like a damn hurricane that went through Memphis. What the fuck is going on, bro? It be hot as a bitch down here in Memphis, and then we get that shit. Like, huh?
Good morning, y'all, or evening, should I say. I'm waking up from a umpteenth cat nap in the car. The power went out after the storm yesterday at about 5:45, and now it's like, 2:31 in the morning, and it's super warm in my house, and I just can't do it. I can't be in the house. I can't be hot like that. And now I have to think of something, because I have a fan that runs, like, it's just charge it up and it'll run, but it didn't run, like, I don't know how long I thought it would. I don't know if I need to plug it or somewhere. But anyway, Memphis Light Gas and Water has been doing good. People's lights been coming on pretty quickly. But not mine. I'm so glad I don't have to go to work tomorrow. So tomorrow I will be sleeping a day away, other than washing a little bit, because I was washing when the power went out. And so yeah, I'm just sitting out here. I feel excited. I found a bag of chips in my car.
So yeah, our power is out. We've been out of power for 3 hours now in Memphis, Tennessee. Let's see how this gonna go. Hold on. Yeah, I clearly see it's light outside, but it's dark up in here. So yeah, it's currently day 2 without no electricity in Memphis, Tennessee. And they said we're gonna be without power until this week, Thursday. So we got 4 more days to be in the dark.
And I mean, I don't see a lick of a damn. Where the fuck is the MLGW fucking trucks at? Bitch, I don't see a lick of truck out here. I mean that. Not a fucking lick of an MLGW truck at fucking sight. What the fuck is really going on?
So, it's Sunday morning in Memphis and we still have no power. So you gotta learn to improvise in survival mode. I have these little, catering things. So I'm gonna, use this to heat up the little breakfast that we had from yesterday for my baby. Because, honey, one thing about a millennium in this generation, we learn survival skills. So if all fails, if it's still not on this evening, I will be out there on the grill, grilling something to eat. And I just went grocery shopping the other day. So pray that everything comes back on beforehand. We won't lose anything. But yeah, this is.
See, and yesterday there was like this crazy out of nowhere storm. And like it looked like a hurricane outside. No warning, nothing. There were... So I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, and yesterday there was like this crazy out of nowhere storm. And like it looked like a hurricane outside. No warning, nothing. There were trees falling, limbs everywhere. A friend of mine, a tree fell into her kitchen. I saw someone's Bronco get crushed by a tree on TikTok, saw that. I just want, I'm a conspiracy theorist or a realist. I don't know how to put this. Anyway, go look at what's happening in Gary, Indiana right now. There's a lady, she's been without power for 11 days. 11 days, y'all. Now, I don't know what they are trying to do to us. And I say they because the government, whatever. I just hope y'all are prepared for what's to come. Like, I don't mean to sound like, negative or whatever, but I just have this feeling like the weather has been so weird this whole summer. Super rainy, super hot right now. I saw this post that they're saying like in early September it's going to get down to like 55 degrees.
Oh no, this kind of feels like twister weather. All of a sudden everything's kicking up. Holy shit. Oh my god. What the hell? Like, this is weird. I don't even know what's going on right now. Everybody's running. Stay alive. What is happening?
The storm came through quick and fast and then basically knocked out power everywhere, and I had no idea that it was this bad. There's trees down everywhere, there was flooding. All of this happened within a couple hours, and we were going to have an outdoor birthday party on the river, but it turned out to be an indoor party with the power out and candles. Wow, I hope everybody's okay. Memphis is strong. Look up Hurricane Elvis and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Now, if you didn't get a chance to check out my other videos on Gary, Indiana, I did 2 other ones that I will have linked below. NIPSCO said that full restoration could be taking place around August 25th. And again, I am so grateful that that is happening because Lord, I cannot imagine being in that situation. Really interested me in that situation is how human regard was put to the side for the sake of keeping the data centers running while this travesty was going on, because the data centers had full power while the citizens didn't. Saturday, August 23rd, there was a powerful echo storm that ripped through Memphis and Shelby County with winds exceeding 70 miles per hour. And the storm ended up affecting 140,000 customers or citizens that were in that area. Although they have restored electricity to about 100,000 of those customers, we still have about 40,000 people still without power and may have to wait until Thursday of next week. We're watching another city go through a major power outage, and it's really sad. These companies have enough power to run these data centers and to run all these technological advancements, but not enough power for the citizens. And it's because our infrastructure is genuinely vulnerable, and they have not taken the time to update it, only for them to surveil us more and for them to do whatever their sinister plans are with these new technological advancements. These AI data centers consume so much power, and they're literally sucking the life out of anybody who lives near it, around it, and all of the water at the same time. Now you have this 18-month blackout warning that's been going viral online. I think that this is supposed to be a worst case scenario situation, but it almost feels like they're prepping us or warning us for what could potentially be our future. We need to stay prepared, y'all. Gary is showing us exactly how they'll handle other issues or crises in other places. The warnings just get clearer and clearer by the day. But I am praying for people who are currently going through any power outage situation, whether you're in Memphis, in Gary. Leave your comments below. Let us know if you guys are getting your power back. Thank you guys so much for your awesome comments where you guys are, sharing your tips and tricks to help others, and where a lot of you have been sharing the videos to bring awareness. I really, really do appreciate it, and I will make it my duty on this channel to keep sharing awareness on topics or things that are going on in the world that are not getting coverage. If you would like to see more content like this, make sure that you subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.